3x3 Spiral Piston Door tutorial! Hello, my name is Vidargavia and welcome to this 3x3 Spiral Piston Door tutorial! There are many piston doors in the world, but none so significant as the 3x3 Spiral Piston Door, or the ether door if you will. It opens really nicely and it closes as nicely as well. And this is my version of it. Now we're going to look at some other piston doors as well in this tutorial. The reason I choose to do a tutorial about this particular one is that this is the easiest to understand. So this was originally designed by Etho, but this of course is my take on it. I have no clue how he did his redstone. It's been years since I watched his video on it, and so this is what I decided to do. Now we're going to go through this in very great detail, and I will explain exactly how this door works. But we will also look at this door and the one over there as well. Now the reason I want to look at this door is because this is kind of a simple door to make, and it's kind of a classic. You basically have a signal here going into that piston, and then we have a torch tower here on each side going into these three pistons, and then on one of those sides it just goes into that piston as well. And so the effect of that, of course, is that it opens at the same time and it closes at the same time. And that's not what I want. It's too loud as well. Listen to this. Very loud. Compare it to this one. Much nicer. So this door is very modern. It's a 113 door. It works the same way really, but it doesn't open as nicely, and it's a little bit louder as well. And this door has several advantages, guys. First of all, it doesn't have any redstone wire or repeaters or any gunk like that. It only has observers, sticky pistons, log blocks, and leaves. It's also just one wide. Alright, so you can have a door, or you can have the wall here, and you can have the opposing wall here. And that's in some situations that is just completely imperative, and in those kinds of situations I would definitely go with something like this. Now I want to say something as well about how this leaf mechanic work. You can see on the right hand side of the screen now, above the persistent true, the green bit, you can see that there is a distance tag, distance 7. That is the max distance a leaf can be away from a log block. So in this case, this leaf has no contact with a log block, basically, is what that means. Place a log here, you can see that the distance is changed to 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so this distance change is picked up by observers, and that's the whole mechanic for this type of door. Alright, so let's have a look at this door now then, that we're going to do a tutorial about in a second. This 3x3 Spiral Piston Door. As you can see from the back, the pistons fire individually and they fire in sequence. That's what I mean by a spiral door. And so how is this achieved in general? We're going to go through it block by block in a minute, but in general it's achieved by having repeaters on different delays. So this is the first one to fire. It has a 1 tick delay, or yeah, 1 delay, 2 delays. Going up here to the third one, it actually has 4. I'll go through that in a minute. So this one then has 5. Basically they have an increasing delay. So this one has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then when we go down here, this one has a 1 plus 8, so 9. And this one has 8. The other thing to note here is that if you're not really careful with pistons, they will power each other. They will power through blocks, and they will even power through open air. So let's look at some experiments here. This will power the piston, even though there's nothing on the piston, right? This will fire both of the pistons. Even this will fire both of the pistons. And this one is kind of hard to understand maybe, but the solution is quite simple. If you have a slab instead of a full block, you'll find that you're fine. So that's the reason that almost all of the redstone in this 3x3 Spiral Piston Door is on slabs. Another reason is that you can travel the signal upwards a little bit more compactly like this. Now there is a drawback. This only works, as far as I know, in the Java version of the game, at least with this compact redstone stair. So to build this 3x3 Spiral Piston Door, you will need 14 repeaters, a redstone torch, some redstone dust, some stone slabs, and 8 sticky pistons. You will also need actually a pressure plate or two. So we're going to build it opposite this one basically. So you place your pressure plate. Door is going to start 3 blocks away from that. So in this case the door will start here. So underneath the pressure plate you go down a block and then place a slab. Then you place a piece of redstone on top of that slab. Next to it you will place a full block. This is one of the few cases in this door design where you actually need a full block. Facing the door, on the block facing the door, you will place a redstone torch. And look at this, what happens now when I step on this pressure plate. The torch goes off, okay? And that's what is going to power this entire door. So now we have that in order. Now it's time to place the pistons. We want to go out 3 blocks, like that, and then place a piston there. In this case, we want to go up on this side. We want to have the pistons on the middle and top block. Then if we go up here, we don't need to worry about that block anymore. So we can go up 3 blocks, place a piston there, and a piston there. Now you can do this in any order you want, but if you want to have the spiral effect, you need to have them 2, 2, 2, and 2. So in this case, now that we go to this side, we don't need to worry about that block because that's handled by this piston. So we need to place our first block here in the middle, our first piston that is, then one underneath it. Finally, on the very bottom here, that is handled by that piston, so we need to go down 3 blocks here. There's a piston, and this is the final piston here. So when you're done and you're facing your door, you have the torch on the left hand side, and you have the pistons on the right hand side, pistons up, pistons on the left hand side, and pistons down. So remember how it's tricky to power these pistons one at a time. Well, if we place a slab here with a repeater on it, that will power only this bottom piston here. Like that. Furthermore, if we place a slab on the top side of the top piston with the repeater going into thin air, that will power only the top one here. Now the reason this is powered by thin air is because of quasi-conductivity, right? So this actually powers the air block above it, which will power any block below it. So on the other side, we need to have a slab up top and we need to have a slab up down below. Like that, and we need to have repeaters going into it so that it's exactly the same pattern as on that side. The bottom 2 pistons are going to be powered straight away by pistons going straight into them like this. And finally, the top 2 pistons, they're going to be powered from the sides like this. So I have a repeater go into that one and into that one like that. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to take this redstone signal that we have from the output of this torch and guide it around all these repeaters in order and just add delay as and when we see fit. So start with a block like that. That's where we're going to take the signal. So if we put a piece of redstone there, you can see that that powers the torch. Then we're going to have 2 blocks like that going into these 2 repeaters, and that fires those 2 pistons off. Next up, we're going to wrap around here, and so we're aiming for this repeater here now. So from here we go out 1 block, and then we need to go up 1 block, and then have another block like that, and then we need to go up another block after that, like so. Then we should be able to take the signal that way. So if we just now place redstone here on all the slabs, that fires that piston. Next step is to come up to this repeater here, but we want to have 2 repeaters in a row here because of the delay that we talked about in the beginning. So from this slab here, you'll be able to go up another block here, like that, and then just connect to that piston there, and that fires that piston there. So our goal now is that repeater there, so we want to go up 1 block from here, like that, go another block up, forwards, go 1 block up, like that, then we're home 3 here, like that. On this line here we need further delays here for all of the future repeaters, so we place a repeater there and then we just fill in the rest with dust, and that powers that piston. Now we want to sneak the signal past this piston here and into this repeater next. So place some slabs up top here, place a redstone dust, a repeater for further delay, and some more redstone dust. Then we just want to fold it around here to hit this repeater here. So when you're done with the top, it should look like that. And when you're done with the side here, it should look like this. So it goes from the original 2 here, it goes out 2, up, out 2, up 1, back on itself, and then into that repeater. Same time we take the signal from here, go up 1 block, then up another block on the side, and into 2 repeaters. At the same time we take a signal from this block here, up 1 block on the side, 1 block further, and then into these repeaters up here. Okay, so traditionally you would then continue taking this signal down into these repeaters, but in this design we take the signal for these 2 from this side. And to do that you need to go out 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks here. You need to have a repeater here, and then just wrap the signal around like that. So now we need to go up 2 blocks here. 1, 2, just on there. And as you can see, we're now home free here. We can wrap it around to that piston there, which fires. Now the only thing I forgot here is that we need an extra repeater here, of course, as well. We want to take the signal finally up to this final repeater up here. So we go up 1 block here. There. Then we go back on ourselves, placing a block here. Here, like that. And it'll sneak the signal up to there. And then we can place the final slab here. And an extra repeater going into there. And that powers the final piston for us there. Alright, so the door should now function, although it's not going to be very pretty. Now we need to look at the delays here. So if we leave this one on as it is, we can turn this one up to 1 tick. This one to 2 ticks. Or 3 ticks. You click on it twice. This one to 4 ticks. Or 4 clicks. Or 3 clicks. This one here now has 1 tick delay plus a whole repeater. This one has another one plus a whole repeater. So that means that for this piston we have 4, 5, 6 ticks delay. So that means that this one needs to be on 7. That's 4, 5, 6, 7. And then finally this one needs to be on full for both of them. Now the only thing is we also have a repeater here. So we can deduce 1 from that one and 1 from this one. Now this is the standard, what it would look like. Now I think that in some cases here it doesn't look right. So for instance, look at these 2 pistons when they retract. They're a little bit too close together. And if you see things like that going on, this is where you have the chance to fiddle with this design. So you can say, well, I want the whole thing to be a little bit slower, for instance. So I'm going to add a tick to everything. And that's why it's good to have an extra repeater up here. And we can add a thing to here. And then we need to add something to both of these, so we can add a tick to that one, right? So now the whole door will be a little bit slower to open and close. And you can adjust these repeaters however you want. Just keep in mind that they need to increase with about 1 tick per repeater. So that's about it, guys. That is this 3x3 spiral piston door done. And the tutorial, I hope you liked it. And if you did, remember to leave me a comment and tell me. Also, share this with your friends, guys. Share it with your friends. I hope you understood how you build this. And I hope you understood the sort of reasoning behind all the things in this 3x3 spiral piston door tutorial. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!